What's up, YouTube side? What's up, TikTok side? How's everybody doing? First Wednesday live, including YouTube. Holy cow. Oh my glob. What's up, Taylor? Hey, Veronica. Elise. Hello there. Crystal. Becca. Small Town Angel. First one there. Oh gosh, heckin' 15 minutes ago popped up in chat there. What's up, Donna? Hello there. Hey, Kayla, Jada, Overkill Mill. Hey, it is Wednesday. Amber, Jesse, Mama B. Kayla, Amberly, Pug Taddies. Hey there, Pink. Been anxiously waiting. Amber, Amberly. Hello. Diana Galvin, Tiff. Good to see you there. Trini, hello. Missy Cunningham, hello. Happy Wednesday to all. This very special Wednesday. We are now on YouTube. Elise passed your first ever kidney stones this week. That sounds like an enjoyable time. Did you pass them or did they bust them up? Did they laser destroy them and then you pass smaller pieces, or did you just raw dog it? Mad Hatter with the $10 super on the YouTube side. Thanks so much for getting us started over there. We do have a goal of 4K bolts on the TikTok side to get Kaden Thunder up here to get us started. Pink, Dusty Thunder's live is better than listening to breakup music. I'm down. Yeah, we can get all that angsty, same kind of angsty anger out. We can do that. Erica, Eternal Anna, Hotman, Andromeda, Amber, Kayla, Labook Dragon, Justina, Jill, Fane, thanks so much. Hey. Yeah. Hidden talent. Gracie says, I can fall asleep anywhere. Erica says, my hidden talent is so hidden I don't even know it. Fair. Ellen, not being a bitch 100% of the time. I used restraint. That's your hidden talent. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Candy Thunder in chat on the YouTube side. She's doing double duty here as well. Janine, you don't have a talent? I'm sure you did. I'm sure you do. Maybe it's hidden from you like we just heard. Erica, am I frozen? I don't think so. I hope not. Adri, memorizing lyrics by heart. Yeah, Candy Thunder said, hey, that's me. Tony Spark, you don't have a talent either? Ellen, you came out of a menace, you know that? Yeah, well, to be fair, you had some extra parts that probably contributed to that. No fear of public speaking, Krista Museum Girl. Andrea, I was frozen up for you, but then you bounced out of TikTok and came back in, and it's fine. If that happens to anybody else, that is the first thing to do. Jump out of the app and jump back in, because it's typically an app issue. Pink, pattern recognition. Nice. Fairy Golf Mem, member of the Thunder Crew for 4 gosh heckin' months. Hell yeah. Passed them all natural, at least raw dogged it. You didn't know what was going on? What? What's up, Beyond? Long time no see. Hatter with $5 super on the YouTube side says, I can create pretty much anything out of nothing or create an entire inventory of stuff with one idea. That is a very handy skill to have. Beyond, that member for 3 months of the Gosh Heck and Thunder Crew can move by separately from one another. We're going to need some video evidence of this. Mama W member for 10 months. Hell yes. Glad to have you in the Gosh Heck and fam. This note says maybe less raw dogging. Just 4 minutes into the stream, already getting censored by the producers here. Already. Kasha, you don't think you're talented? You know, a lot of talented people think that. You can attract chaos like a magnet, Amber. That is a talent. What's up, Sergeant Mac? Hey, yo. Talent to annoy others easily. Mama Kitty, talent is finding solutions to problems that keep all parties happy. That is a very special talent. Amber, very fluent in sarcasm. Hey, there you go. Fairy Gothman with a $5 super on the YouTube side says I can make realistic bruises with virtually any makeup. It's like that's like a great power. With great power comes great responsibility kind of thing, right? Yeah. Hey, Tony Sparks is on the YouTube side there as well. Yvonne, I am recording. Thank you. Prep Girl, member for 8 months in the Gosh Heck and Thunder Crew, double jointed thumbs. Nice. So you can do this kind of thing where you push this forward and then bend that, right? This just looked really weird. What's up, Courtney? Hey, Jimmy, thanks for the share. Sarah and Cordova, thanks for the share there as well. Angelique, you can whistle songs. Nice. Sergeant Mac, you have the uncanny ability to drive Ellen completely insane. That's the power you acquire as a husband, like upon marriage, right? Blondie, you can write upside down and backwards. That is wild. That takes a lot of coordination to be able to do too. Not, no, it pops out of the joint. Gotcha. Like down at the bottom. That's wild. Flood bug, there you go. Pulling double duty. Hidden talent, you can recite random history facts. Good at remembering dates. Amaldine Shepherd, nice. Donna Johnson with a $2 super on the YouTube site says sewing quilts. Heck yes, we've seen the fruits of that. C Sizzle with the shares there. Thanks so much, Denise. Orica Moon. Sarah S. Officially Liz. Thanks so much there, Sarah and Cordova. Gemma with the shares there. Thanks so much for that. Kaden Thunder, hidden talent, not losing my shit on a daily basis. Wish I could claim the same. I don't. I achieve losing my shit on a daily basis. Animal can fix damn near anything using repurposed parts from things that were never meant to be used. And it's all perfectly safe. Perfectly safe. Meg, hidden talent is weird. People like to talk to you as you go through the grocery line and random people start telling you their life story. Huh. Maybe you should explore that. Dobby, member for 9 months of the Thunder Crew. Wife can change words to a song and makes you only remember them best up way. I do that too, not gonna lie. I create my own versions of songs with made up words. That's the only way to go. 4K Bolts goal on the TikTok side to get Candy Thunder up here. Susanna Marie, Shenrio, The Moon, Shadowcat Mini, Marsh, Animal, dropping the Hundo 20, Marshy, Brandy Perkins, Candy Thunder throwing some down as well. Brandy Perkins again there. Penny the Pity in the Gosh Heck It fam. Hell yeah. Brandy Perkins, Erica Eternal, C Sizzle, Shiloh May, C Sizzle again there. Candy Thunder again there. Wendy Taylor, member of the Gosh Heck It fam. Hell yeah. Welcome. Marshy, Shaz, Chris, Christian Museum Girl, Denise Burkhardt, Desiree Reese, Lee, Night Creations, Diana Galvin, Overkill Mill, Jackie Kelly, MJ Newcomb, Janine Benham, Anna Hartman, Overkill Mill, Megan, Kristen, Kayla, Gracie, Fun, Ada, Fane, Jill, Justina, thank y'all so much. Cheryl Blystone, Tony Spark, Denise Burkhardt, Desiree. I can forget a thought as I'm thinking it. Hey. No, it's not too early, Matt Hatter. That's fine. That's not too early at all. Not too early at all. Into your previous question, we're not entirely sure. We'll figure it out. Sergeant Mac, you can wiggle your ears. I think I can too. But I think it's actually my entire scalp that like shifts when I try to wiggle my ears. We're not going to attempt that on the stream today. It would get very, very awkward. You get really weird. Broken Angel, I can tell people off and they think I'm complimenting them. What was that? No, weirder than my thumb. What, you did this? Is that what I did? You got to push this part forward and then bend that part. No, push that in. Okay, we'll work on this later. My talent is speaking is Moira. You're a creative insulter, Julia. There you go. Heckled. Always heckled with the live studio audience here on Wednesdays. So YouTube, this is the first time you're getting a chance to see that. The live heckling. I hear you laughing over there and making fun of me. Pretty sure that's heckling. You're just doing this. Just doing this over and over again. Rael, also a druid. An animal will always find you domesticated or not. That's wild. Dang. All right, let's go ahead and officially get started here, shall we? We're at 1321 bolts out of 4K. We do have a likes goal up today. So even though we're multi-streaming today, which is the different thing, right? Hey, Wolfie, welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam. Tony Sparkson and Lightning Bolts through Helena, Marshy, Rhonda Mundell, Gina Till, ZFA Jesse, Aristoria, Melissa Allison, Cheryl Blystone, Adri, Ada, Overkill Mill, Helena, Cheryl again there. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the love there. We are live streaming. We're multi-streaming today on both TikTok and YouTube. You can hear the giggle section in the back here. You get used to that.
They can move their fingers like snakes.
We're gonna need some video evidence of moving fingers like snakes too. Because yeah. Also, like, just hold on. I hope this works. I gotta move it. Hold on. They've got to be able to see what you guys are doing over there because it's just bonkers. Let's okay. You got to show them what you're doing with your hands over there. Trying to do the finger snake thing. That was a wave. Dude, we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. Okay, so yes. Who was it that had the finger snake moving thing?
I'm just doing spirit fingers.
Just jazz hands. Jazz hands. What's up, Slippers? Alicia drove herself 20 minutes to the ER and 40 minutes home after the ER. Had a 3-hour wait. What? Your pain tolerance must be just like hardcore. Candy CLKB, Shiloh, Urban Insanity. Shiloh again there, Gina Till, Mama Sarah, Melissa B, Shiloh, Desiree, Just Mags. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the love there. Let's go ahead and get this party started there. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Stream. Coming up, we have stories about pressure to have kids, family naming disputes, food ordering anxiety. Did you write that one, Tony Spark?
No.
Delivery driver debacles, birthday dinners gone wrong, passive-aggressive gift giving, driver's license drama, a best of Redditor update story. Why was that so hard to say? A best of Redditor update story, spicy reward story, and a cake story. Of course, the first goal we have for today is 4K bowls to get Kaden Thunder up here. We're already well on our way there, almost hitting the 1500 mark. Actually, just passed it, 1511. Bree 32, 627. Candy CLKB, Cheryl Blystone. We've got his Russian name. I cannot pronounce. Sorry. Honey Bear, Slippers at the Bar. Thanks so much for the love there. Greatly appreciate that. Taylor made it to the beginning of a live. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Yes. Today's live is a little bit different because we are multi-streaming on both the TikTok and YouTube sides. So hello, YouTube, for the first time on a Wednesday. Hello. Good to see you there. TikTok, hello to you there as well. We already have almost 645 people on the TikTok side. It doesn't show me how many we have on the YouTube side. I wonder if I can see that. 100. All right. We're well on our way. We are moving on up here. Make sure if you're not already, talking to you TikTok side, if you're not already subscribed on the YouTube side, make sure you do that to stay up to date on all of the latest content. You will see every story we cover there. You'll only see some of them here on the TikTok side. Remember, it is free to subscribe on the YouTube side. So if you haven't already, greatly appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, talking to you there, YouTube side as well. A reminder to keep chat positive and respectful. Today, everybody is allowed to have their own opinion and we don't all have to agree. We're not going to, but it costs absolutely nothing to be a DFHB. So just be a decent effing human being. Don't be a dick and you'll be fine. Also, don't spoil any stories that you already know the ending to, or you will get your ass muted. You're going to get muted. You'll get muted and eventually booted. So just don't do it. We are going to be playing the story game today, doing the polls to cast our votes based on title alone. And then we'll see how far off we are. It will be a 1-minute poll after each title is read, where you can cast your vote for the OP's AskCon rating at the end of the story. We'll see if we were right. It's really an exercise in how wildly different the actual story is from the title. We are going to have a VIP live today after for the TikTok side. We will be doing that, so we will have that immediately following the public live. It should be around 5:15 when that happens. To give you a little bit of a backstory here, came in this morning. Our office has been leaking wildly for the past couple of days. Like, we've had pools and water coming from multiple locations. And today we came in and only half the studio had power, including like AC was down. So for a hot minute, it looked like it was going to be a really interesting, stuffy, sweaty stream today. And there might not be a VIP live, but the power came back on about an hour before we started here. So we got it cooled off a bit. We're good to go on VIP for now. We'll see what happens there. Joni, I did see that good evening come through. Very cool looking. Thank you so much. Slippers at the bar, lovely rainy day. Carly Gatewood, Urban Insanity, Steph, Misa's World, Jennifer Jago, Slippers at the bar again there. Rachel MC, Jennifer again, Karen F, Koya Khan, The Happy Fat Man, Carly Gatewood, Duncan, Dunkies and Dummies. Is that right? Dunces. Because I mispronounced the word dunces. That automatically makes me one, right? Dunces and Dummies. Cheeky Island Girl, Kellyanne, The Happy Fat Man again there, Ambledine Shepherd, thank you all so much. Opal, see you there as well. Helena, Joe, The View from My Laptop, thanks so much for the love. Hot in the Southwest, it's warming up here. We had a storm roll through last night that cooled it off for a minute, but it's already warming back up. Holy cow. All right, get out your brooms, ladies and gentlemen. Get out your brooms. It's time. It's time. Candy Thunder Ellen says she's unable to mute or block. Okay, if it's on the TikTok side, you can close the app and reopen it. Angel just joined the freaking chat. Heck yeah, good to see you, Angel. Sending out some gifted subs to Gina Till, Mama Sarah, Carly Gatewood, The Happy Fat Man, and Aristoria. Welcome to the gosh heckin' fam, to all of you. Courtesy of Angel. Thank you so much for that, Angel. Oh, Hatter, you have an update for your landlord issue. There you go. Afternoon. All right, let's do it, shall we? I am recording. Confirmed. Am recording. Just passed getting ready to pass the 25 hundo mark on the Gift Bolt Gold. Get Candy Thunder up here to get us started here. Hello there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one from our very own Dusty Thunder subreddit is titled, Am I the Astronaut for providing, words are hard, am I the astronaut for providing any sort of pressure on my husband to have a kid? Let me get a poll started for this, and I'll read the title again once we get it started here. Text poll on the TikTok side is starting right now. Title is, Am I the astronaut for providing any sort of pressure on my husband to have a kid? I don't rightly know. We need some context here. What's going on? Is the leak leaking again?
I had to readjust it too.
My cup of bullshit runneth over. Today has been bullshit filled. You know, cups of bullshit are typically pretty big. It runneth over. Runneth over. You know what? This is a throw a dart kind of title for me. I'm gonna go ask on 3. I'm gonna go ask on 3, as in a should have done it differently. But I have a feeling I'm gonna end up on an NTA. We'll see. I don't know, or could go the absolute opposite direction. Could be an ask on 1. We'll see. We'll see. Just, yeah. You can guess here. You can guess. Okay, we had 30% of voters go with ask on 3. Looks like everybody's going middle of the road here, playing that game as well. We'll see how far off we are. All right, here we go. Throwaway. Hello all. This is my first time posting an AITA and seeking advice mostly. I'm a late 30s female married to a wonderful early 40s male, husband to be called Jojo. Jojo and I met when I was in my early 20s. We have always been friends first, and before we even started dating, he and I discussed kids. At the time, early 20s, I did not want to have kids, and in one regard, I wasn't financially stable, and in the other, I felt like the universe had always told me no. Jojo opened up to me and told me that his family had a genetic disorder that could impact him and he didn't want to have kids. Our relationship was and is one of the most supportive friendships and partnerships I have ever had, and every day I love him more and more. We have been married for 10 years now. We held firm to no kids until about 5 years ago when he came back from a work trip and admitted to each other that we both wanted to have a kiddo. We were in the middle of buying our first home and thought that would be our next plan after we completed the process. As per usual, the universe shouted a resounding no. Once the house was finalized, Jojo asked that we seek medical for him as he had been extremely depressed. It was something that we both had watched grow and fought with during the home process, but after the home purchase, it got bad. Once we went to the doctor asked what could have brought it on, and Jojo gave his familial medical And JoJo gave his familial medical background, including the genetic disorder, which does in fact include depression and cognitive decline. The doctor immediately referred us to a neurologist for testing. It turned out that JoJo does in fact have the genetic disorder. As soon as that happened, he turned to me and said, "Well, no kids." He told me that if I wanted an out, now would be the time, since it was official. I told him that he was what mattered to me and that I was here for him. I love him so much. That didn't stop me from wanting kids, however. Once we got a stable place and management of the illness, I broached the topic again, bringing up options like IVF, pre-implantation testing, etc. He seemed to be on board at first, and even our mom said they would help with the cost. He was encouraging right until I scheduled a consultation, then he shut it down. This has been the situation for the past 5 years. I'll broach the topic gently just for him to shut me down. For his side of things, he says he doesn't want to have a kid that will have to take care of him or that will be held back by him. He personally didn't get to know his dad due to the same genetic disorder. No matter what I say, he won't even consider the topic anymore. It's to the point where the other day he made a joke about kids and I told him to stop doing it because I can't deal with jokes about us having kids anymore. I feel like I'm the asshole and at this point, I wonder if I should just go to therapy and ask them to fix me because clearly I am stuck. So Reddit, what do you think? Edit to clarify, adoption, fostering, etc. were all in the cards prior. We both believe in making your own family, whether that be with or without kids. But as with the other options, that is off the table as well. Final edit, okay. I was for sure on the right track. It's a hard gear shift to go from kids are possible to kids ain't. And that's on me to get the fuck over. 5 years is a long time, and even if I let the jokes get to me and they try to reignite some maternal feels, I need to squash it where it lives. The short is, I made a promise to him at our wedding, at the diagnosis, and every day that we are a team 1,000%. I made that call already and was just unable to realize that the option was officially DOA. Thank you all for your advice and for helping me here. Okay. Maybe I should have held the final edit off till I talked about it for a minute, but what are your thoughts on this? Asking, like, okay, so it's not, it almost doesn't feel like a pressuring thing because they had talked about it before and because he was on board before. I think once the diagnosis became official, he's been a hard no on this ever since. It seems like. Let me go back up here for just a second. This has been the situation for the past 5 years. I'll broach the topic gently just for him to shut me down. Okay, so for the past 5 years, it seems like it's been consistent. Before that, there was a time whenever he was perhaps more open to the idea. But for the past 5 years, it's been a consistent no. And I think that pivot obviously lines up with when the official diagnosis happened. So at that point, I think you just have to accept that it's not in the cards, and you do have to make a decision. You have to say, is this my team? Or is my desire for a child, does it outweigh my desire to be on this team for the rest of my life? I understand his logic, not wanting to have a child that's going to have to take care of you. You have to respect that opinion, right? Broaching the topic gently for the past 5 years is different than pressuring, though, right? Yeah, I think adoption is out because it's no longer just about the child potentially having the same genetic disorder. It's about not wanting to burden a child, whether that is biologically theirs or adopted or IVF or anything, with having to take care of him when he's battling this later in life because he went through the same thing. Not having to take care of him or not getting to know him. Yeah, it's a 2 yes, 1 no situation, right? It is a 2 yes, 1 no situation. It is different. It's not pressuring, like gently bringing it up. But I think once the precedent here was once you got like 2 or 3 consistent no's after diagnosis, it's a no. Like bringing it back up is something that is just seeking pain. You know who I'd really like to have up here to talk about this situation is Kaden Thunder. We are damn near at the 4K bulk goal. And I feel like this would be a great topic for her to jump in on, to give the female perspective on this. Yeah, I feel for them too. It is it's tough. Angel continuing to bring it up year after year is pressuring. Okay, I accept that. You know, after it became evident that it was consistent, a no. Anything after that point where it was clear that it was consistent could be considered pressuring. Not the method that it was done, but the fact that it's still happening. Yeah. So we did get there. Awesome. We get to bring Kaden Thunder up here. Let's talk about this for a second. Let me give some thanks here. Haunted Gal leading the board. Overkill Mill, Animal 792, TLS Journey, Anna Hartman, Caitlin Hannah, MJ Newcomb, Kellyanne, C Sizzle, Tony Spark, Christy Lynn, and Candy Thunder. Also Aunt Sue, Desiree Reese, Dunces and Dummies, Amaldine Shepherd, Aunt Sue again, their animal, Mama Sarah, Adventures with Pam, Wonder Woman, Just Mags, Kayla, Halina, we've got Elizalde, Riku R. Galindo, TLS, Paula M, Elise, Adventures with Pam, Dean Johnson, Paula M, TLS again there, Candy Thunder, Trini Marie, Jen here. Here is the rest of the top. In B the G, in the number 13 spot there, Fluffy, Marsh Monster, Andrea Hutch, in the number 15 spot, PMRTZ, Cheeky Island Girl, Dunces and Dummies, Savory, Kayla C, Kaylak, Jennifer Jaco, Adventures with Pam, 1959, Karen, Sent _ Mags, Amazing, Helena. We've got Gina, Mandala Will, Tom Owens, Opal, Lady of Poison, Sue Ann, Brianna, Minnesota. We've got Desiree Garza, Mama Sarah, Brandy Perkins, SMS 1977, October Moon Night, Fane, Lady Mags, Erica Eternal, Catnip and Denise Burkhardt, Aristoria, Ada Pack, Becky Morby, Jackie Kelly, and Berlioz. There we go. Let me get the next goal set up here. Thanks for the save, Tony Spark. The next one is going to get Tony Spark and a cake story unlocked. Let me get this set up here. It is... We have not figured out how to do like the gift goals and stuff on the YouTube side. I should probably get into that. I'm just streaming straight from OBS to YouTube right now. I'm sure if I did Streamlabs or something, I could probably do that. I'll look into it. In all my infinite extra time, Tony Spark and cake story. Okay, we are going for 650 donuts. TikTok side, we are going for donuts. Pinning it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to give some feedback on this story with the female perspective, the one, the only, the incomparably gorgeous, witty, hilarious, ever understanding, calamitous, Candy Thunder. Like, you lost me at calamitous.
That's very true, though.
It is very, very true.
I was telling Tony this is a story where I'm not sure, because it kind of feels like you and I, like on our journey to have Navy, like we went back and forth multiple times. Like we gave up, we tried again, we gave up, we tried again. But in my heart, I know that if we hadn't have been able to have a child, like that wouldn't have changed our relationship, I guess. But I do feel like if you think it would.
Well, I think the difference here is that if we ran into some kind of medical reason that was big enough for it to become a non-starter topic, that we would have bared that burden together.
Yes.
And it feels like OP's husband accepted that burden, bared that burden, but OP hasn't quite accepted it yet. It almost feels like it's a little bit of denial.
So I feel like him, and I agree, if you were diagnosed with something and that diagnosis leads to a firm, I do not want to have kids, I completely understand that. And I get that. And I understand the selfish part of having kids, knowing that that's what it looks like. However, I don't think turning to your spouse directly after receiving that diagnosis and being like, so no kids, like that's not a conversation. That's a ripping the Band-Aid off. Here's how I feel in the hospital, like our doctor's office, where we just received life-changing information for you. And then you're like, no kids. Like, to me, that would be, OP hasn't had time to mourn the loss of what she wants. Because if you can't have kids and you want kids, like, you have to grieve that loss.
Yeah.
And she kept holding out hope that she was going to have a kid, and it didn't happen. And now, like, she has to grieve. Like, she has to let that go.
It feels like he's grieving this too, but he's doing it by joking about it. That's how
yeah.
he's coping, right? And she can't cope that way. Like she doesn't think about it that way. She's not able to. It's just they're grieving differently.
Right.
But I don't think that means that, the relationship is ruined. I think
No.
communication is a good idea here.
I think that they both need to have sorry. I'm sorry. I think that they both need to have conversations. And if her, they need to be on the same page, because right now she's willing, for her edit, she's willing to accept, that she needs to support him and that kids are off the table. But I still feel like together, that is like you said, it's two yeses, for kids.
Yeah.
And they don't have that. So therefore, if you want to stay in the relationship, you have to grieve the loss of that and come together and move forward stronger instead of making jokes about it. That may be how he grieves, but to her, it's maybe the joking isn't coming across as serious as it needs to come across so that she completely understands that that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like she is holding out hope and they need to communicate together to move forward.
Well, in either she's got some denial going on, or this is her grieving period, and how she's grieving it is quadruple checking,
Right.
just to make verify that this thing is actually a non-starter.
Right.
And while he made the decision, they had pre-communicated this before he got that diagnosis. It was what if this ever happens, then, and he just confirmed it right after getting that diagnosis. So I think it was his assumption coming into that was what we've already talked about is happening. Because this is official now that's not an option here anymore. But some communication here would be a damn good idea, because it is I'm grieving by joking about this.
Right.
And she can say, I'm grieving by thinking or feeling this way, and maybe they can come together. The problem is he probably doesn't know he's grieving by joking about it, and she probably doesn't know that she's grieving by either having some denial or by continually gently bringing it up. How do you get someone to realize that? Angel, therapy?
I think therapy. I think some kind of therapy where they have a neutral party and can help them work through this problem, because I think and I understand having a diagnosis like that and not wanting kids, I understand and respect that, and I know this isn't the only person who has chosen that, so I completely understand that. But I think maybe just communicate.
A couple dark humor comments here, Amber on the TikTok side and Veronica on the YouTube side. I get it. Dark humor is a coping mechanism, right?
We both have very, very morbid, dark sense of humor.
You should hear the shit we say off stream.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my goodness.
I get it. And that's when shit gets hard. Humor is our coping mechanism. We love to laugh, and so it is what it is.
When shit gets hard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's just too many things to do with that.
What?
There's too many things.
I don't know what's happening.
Sorry. I told you. I don't know. I've lost my mind, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the past month, really. And then today has been a calamitous. Calamity is the word of the day, by the way. Today has been kind of a calamitous concussion grenade of bullshittery.
Yes. I do. I have to give you a happy Navy update. We moved her from her crib to her bed, and she has a big girl room now, and she basically just thinks that she's a big girl now. She decides what she's going to wear, which is a dress every single day with as much jewelry as she can find. Bracelets up the arm, necklaces around the neck.
She's very bougie.
She likes sparkles, she likes fluff, and she likes jewelry.
And she likes to shop.
Very much likes to shop, but she doesn't like to pay. That's her MO.
I like to shop, but I don't like to pay. She's actually said that, right?
Yes, yeah. She said, I like to shop, but I don't like to pay. And I was like, me too, kid. Me too.
Yeah. So funny follow-up on that. When I take her to school in the mornings, first off, whenever we took her little girl convertible crib apart.
Yes.
Tears. She had an emotional attachment to this thing, and she saw me taking it apart and acted like I was dismembering her puppy or something. It was a thing.
Navy, when we switched her rooms, it took a couple days, to switch the rooms, and So when we were doing this, she thought that she was going to have 2 rooms, one with her crib and one with her bed. And I'm like, well, where will the other person sleep of the room that we just took? So,
And you know how she communicates this? She's like, oh, thank you so much. I have 2 rooms now.
yeah, she is 3. She just turned 3 in May. But yeah, anyway, so I just had to tell you that because it was a very, very big deal.
Oh, yeah. To finish the follow-up, the crib thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when I take her to school, now, because she asked me randomly, when we were in the car, what happened to her crib? And I'm like, well, it's in the storage unit now.
Mm-hmm.
And the storage unit happens to be on the route that I take her to school on. So I'm like, it's actually right over there. And now, anytime we're in the area, anytime we're driving in that area, she looks at me and she goes, where's my crib?
I'm sorry.
You know very well where it is.
That's all on. I have like attachment to things, like weird things that I don't want to give up. And I'm sorry. That's apparently genetic. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
For a while, we had the door to her room open. So she would be walking like back and forth in front of her bedroom door while I'm standing there disassembling the crib. I'm like, she doesn't need to see this. Close the doors. You don't need to look at this. This kid.
Yeah, he told me to shut the door, and I was like, I am. I just wanted her to say bye.
Well, and then after, so it's tornado progress. We're still
Not
waiting
back
on
yet.
repairs. But so Kieran is temporarily in the room that Navy swapped out of, and so Kieran's bed and everything is set up, and then she comes into that room, sees that bed set up, and says,
Oh, you made me another bed, and I'm like, nope.
"Thank you so much."
Yeah.
This kid.
Yes, my blanket. Yes.
She's gonna be really good at assuming the sale someday. Yeah.
Okay.
Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Tater. All right. MLD and I attach to random things and struggle to get rid of them sometimes. I think we go through phases where like, yeah, we get the pack rat disorder thing going on, and then we go through we have way too much shit. Let's get rid of everything kind of cycles. She's a riot. She is an absolute riot. Okay, so where did you end up putting OP? Am I the ask on for providing any sort of pressure on my husband to have a kid? What was your ask on reading? You don't think either one of them sucks here, okay?
I just feel bad.
Candy Thunder isn't on an NTA here, and it's
NTA for both parties.
NTA for both parties.
I feel like I just feel sorry. I just feel
Yeah,
bad.
it's communication issue, and maybe it's an ask on for both because they could have done things differently, but I don't think you have the ability to do things differently until you recognize what actually is happening. So first, being able to understand and recognize that you are grieving would give you the ability to communicate that. Until you know that, how do you communicate that? But therapy is a damn good way to figure out those things, to be able to spot those things and have somebody else say, well, it sounds like or looks like you're doing X. Is that what you feel is happening? Whenever you can't see them yourself. So either an NTA or an ask on for everybody, or however you feel about the situation, it's communication issue, but I think it's a bigger issue than that. And really agree with Candy Thunder here. Just feel bad for them for being in the position that they're in. So it's not a fun journey. All right, let's dive over to the next story here. We are at 594 of 650, 599, passing the 600 mark to get Tony Spark and a cake story rocking up here. Desiree, lovely rainy day, dropping more donutties there. Candy Thunder dropping donuts there as well. Jen here, Holly Jill Talk, Jen here again there. Goober, Brittany, Daniela, Aunt Sue, Stephanie, Just Mags, Christy, thank you all so much. Animal, see you there too, thank you. All right, let's dive to story. Oh, no, we hit it, never mind. Y'all are on top of it. Is it like Sheldon storage unit? No. What's up, Danny? Hello there. Yeah, I took everything out of there as we were preparing for the garage sale, and then the tornado happened. So now we just have a garage full of garage sale stuff that I got to take back to storage unit until when it cools off or something. I don't know. The cup of bullshittery. It's full. And the number one spot for the Donut Gold TLS Journey, followed by Haunted Gal, Bailey Chapman, Dr. Sweets, Christy Lynn, Jen here, Animal792, Lovely Rainy Day, MJ Newcomb, Anise Moon, Desregarda, Suan 257. Do you have a save on numbers 12 and beyond? Yeah. In the meantime, Poetica Rose, Tamara, Poetica Rose, Karen F, Tina Shawlsey, Wonder Woman, Rodney, Strangerfield, Christy, Animal. You guys are awesome. Sue Ann, Jennifer Jago, Adventures with Pam, Tony, Spark, Caitlin, Hannah, Dunces and Dummies, Anika, Elise Cooch, TF90, Mags Amazing, Candy Thunder, Kathy C, Stephanie Forbes, Tom Owens, Denise Burkhardt, NB the G, Nani 2019, Gina Till, and Lisa Marie. Thank y'all so much for that. Let's get the next one set up, shall we? This one will unlock a spicy story and Candy Thunder feedback. Spicy story and Candy Thunder. Okay, this one. Okay, we're going paper cranes, ladies and gents. Paper crane. Hitting it right now. Okay, Tony Spark, would you like to come up first or have me do the cake story and then you come up? Okay, got it. Let's read a story, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with a follower-submitted cake story for you. Yeah, follower submission and cake story. It's like a double whammy. It's a double tasty cake. Am I the astronaut for having a dancer come out of my cake at my bachelor party? I'm getting very Friends, Danny DeVito vibes here. Did somebody call the long arm of the law? You know what I'm talking about. She gives me the shocked face. No. Okay, here's the poll. The text poll is starting now. TikTok side. Am I the astronaut for having a dancer come out of my cake at my bachelor party? Titties. Is it 1972? I have a feeling this is probably the thing that this is probably still a thing. Probably. I feel like this is a Vegas bachelor party, spent like 10 grand at the pool kind of thing. 7 grand. Sorry.
There was no strippers.
No strippers, no cake, just a champagne shower. Hoping it's a weird circumstance. Got ASCON 4s going on here. Got NTA here. Well, the context clues I'm taking away from this are, am I the astronaut for having a dancer come out of my cake at a bachelor party, which makes it seem like OP made the choice. If it was his bachelor party and best man did this without him knowing, then obviously NTA, he couldn't do anything about that. For having a dancer come out of my cake feels like it was a choice. And for that, I'm guessing there's some kind of precedent that should have swayed him the other direction. I'm going to say 2, but we'll see. We'll see. Context clues. Context clues. We had, whoops. The majority of people go NTA here. So I'm with you on the assumption, if the assumption there is that best man did it and like he didn't have any control over it because there was obviously some kind of problem with it. Magic drop, a bachelor party isn't your last free day. You stopped being free when you committed to someone. Agreed. Agreed. Catching up on comments. All right, here we go. I, male 30, need some help regarding this issue that's threatening my marriage. I recently got married about a month ago to my wife, Riley, fake name, female 30. We were together for 2 years before getting married. I do love her a lot. The wedding was great. Both of our families and extended families came, and a lot of my buddies I hadn't seen since college made it out, which was great. The issue falls with what happened before the wedding, aka the bachelor party. No, I did not go to Vegas and steal Mike Tyson's tiger, although that was on the drawing board. In fact, my bachelor's party was pretty tame, in my opinion. Me and my old college buddies that were visiting for the wedding had a get-together, a few beers and some cake. My wife is upset because of the cake. To be fair, yes, The cake had a gorgeous female dancer inside of it. Let me give you a tip. The word gorgeous did not help your case. My buddies hired this girl to dance for me at my party. I had no idea that they'd do that. I'm an innocent man. There was real cake too, of course, but seeing as how I thought the lady probably wouldn't appreciate my special cake dance 2 nights before our wedding, she has some major insecurities and trust issues already, I put off telling her. I thought it would be a funny story 5 to 10 years down the line. Okay, that's not where I thought this paragraph was going. I thought he was going to say, but seeing as how I thought the lady probably wouldn't appreciate my special cake dance 2 nights before our wedding. I thought he was going to say, so I told the dancer, no, thank you. But instead, he's like, no, I just didn't. I figured I wouldn't tell her. Well, this accidentally came up when my wife and I were playing Xbox with one of my buddies. They didn't know I hadn't told her, and we were all in a party chat. He made a joke about it, and I brushed it off. So he got the hint and shut up about it, but she was already on the scent and wouldn't let it go. So I folded and told her the truth about the party later that night, and boy, did I get ripped into. So she is fuming and is telling me that she doesn't know if she'll ever be able to trust me again. I've been sleeping on the couch the past 2 nights. I get it. I know I'm in the doghouse, but I still don't think it was that big of a deal. She's barely speaking to me. She won't even cook for me. I've always heard you should get it all out before the wedding, so that's what I did. Nothing you're saying is helping you, Opie. Stop saying things. Because everything you say makes it worse. It's not like I slept with the dancer. A little dancing and a little kissing is not that big of a deal, in my opinion, and my buddies agree and have backed me up on this. Well, as long as your brozo buddies agree, I guess you're in the clear. She's pretty mad now, saying that I was unloyal, and my buddies are telling me she's being a crazy, controlling bee. So I thought outside perspective may help. Am I the astronaut for my bachelor party? And if I am, what should I do? Yeah. Chat in shock about kissing. Look, if you went to a bachelor party and your buddies hired a dancer to jump out of a cake and you let it happen without shutting it down, like that, whatever. If you're kissing the dancer, there's been an escalation here. Also, you had this justified in your mind, and just decided you weren't going to tell her. Like there was no hesitation on your part to actually go through with this and to escalate it. The only hesitation was about like how many years down the line you were going to tell her. Yeah. The general consensus here in chat is kissing is cheating. And I think that is a pivotal moment in this story. There were a couple of pivotal moments in this story. I knew she wouldn't appreciate it. So instead of getting out of it, I just chose not to tell her about it. She's so mad she won't even cook for me. Another pivotal moment here, just escalated, made things worse. And then, I've always heard you should get it all out before the wedding, so that's what I did. Even worse. There is a brozo element to this for sure, right? Is it evil, or does the brozo element of this downgrade it to an Ascon 2 because of negligence here? I don't think it does. I'm going brozo Ascon 1 here because there were several instances here where it not only got worse, but it became clear that this wasn't premeditated, but these were decisions. You were not a victim of this situation. I don't think you could play victim of this situation, OP. Especially when you say things like gorgeous dancer, and then I knew she wasn't going to like it, so I decided not to tell her. You've got too many turns here where you made yourself more of an asshole than the situation had warranted here, right? Like if this had just happened to you and you truly were a victim of this situation, and you did everything in your power to prevent it from happening, which would have included not getting a dance in the first place, if you felt that your partner would have an issue with it, then that would be something different. It's not. It's because you made several decisions that made it worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So I am giving you the ask on one. You might be a bit too intentional to be a brozo here, truly. But this definitely smells of brozo. So I'm going to stick with it. Brozo ask on one here. This is a follower submission. So actually the only comments that we're seeing are our comments today. Paper Cranes coming through here. Diddy Crane, TLS, Kellyanne, Joanne, Bammy Rose. Sending all kinds of stuff there. Joanne, thank you so much for that. Shiloh, Joanne with more there. Candy CLKB, Jenna, Shannon, Aaron, Candy again there. Kellyanne, Bailey Chapman, thank y'all so much. We are still going Paper Cranes. We're at 127 and 185. That gets the spicy story. Cheating is cheating. You're right. So the ask on one part of this. Obviously, when he, hit the kissing cheating line, that obviously tilted the scales, and warrants the brozo element there too. Alex, brozo is just a bozo, like an idiot dude doing idiot bro things. We just combined them. Is there a way? So OP did say, if I'm an asshole here, what do I do about it? Is there a way to reconcile here? I think at this point, the brozo card actually could work to your favor here, OP. If you were truly remorseful and truly wanted to repair this relationship and this marriage, claim your idiocy right now. Claim your brozo card right now and be like, I understand that I was a brozo. I was a fool. And I am willing to do whatever it takes to make up for that. And I'm not going to wait around for you to tell me what it is. I'm starting right now. I get it. I have to earn your trust back. I understand that. And I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do the work. That would be a really good first step here. Recognize that you fucked up. Own it. And be willing to do the work to fix it. Aisha Holland with the Community Fest and the Rose there. Thanks so much. Kellyanne Christie with the Paper Cranes there. A whole bunch of them. Paper Crane. I can't not say it. Can't not say it like that. Okay, we did get through that story. So now we get to bring him out. YouTube side, normally we're only live on Sunday nights, so you don't get to see this gentleman on a live ever. But we have a special treat for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Sparks.
What's up? How's everybody doing? What's up? Oh, this is good. This is weird. The two chats. It's a lot. It's a lot going on there. That's a lot. It's a lot of chat. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good Wednesday? We're almost to the weekend. We've almost made it. We're halfway through. Oh. Good point there. Somebody brought up in the YouTube chat. Where do you follow? You follow at Tony Spark _ on TikTok. If you haven't already, you should go check it out. That's right, Dylan. Go Chiefs. It's better now that I'm here. Good. I'm glad that I made your Wednesday better. Just on TikTok. I have a YouTube, I think. I don't know. I have like two, but I don't post anything on YouTube. To be honest, I rarely post on TikTok, but it happens. Caden's doing something.
What? So it's still lake season every weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Are you cooking every weekend? Are you host cooking every weekend?
No, I mean it just depends. This weekend I got a pretty good break. I cooked one night. I just made burgers. Then the next night, Ted was not really wanting to go up to the house to cook dinner. So I got bailed out on that one, which was nice. Because that's what happens. That's what tends to happen on Saturdays. Ted does not like to leave the water and leave the boat or leave that to go up and cook dinner. Because dinner's a real vibe killer, You're feeling good. It's sunshine and the beers are cold. Like, who wants to just stop all that to go up and make dinner? Like, nobody wants to do that. like we have a pretty good we have a pretty consistent rule of like dinner by dark. So like we tried at one point in time, we tried to do it earlier, but now if we're eating dinner by the time it's dark, we're doing good. So like, oh no,
Puzzle solved.
puzzle solved.
Puzzle solved.
Yeah,
Ted.
Amber,
He
that
says.
Ted is what happens when Tony has a good time, basically. Where was this? Yes, once they eat no more. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Is that you go up there and you make a big dinner, everybody just kind of slows down, and then you feed them, and then they stop, and the party's over. And Ted does not like the party to stop. Ted likes the party to keep going. So that's always a problem.
Understandable.
Yeah. So the boat. So we have a little grill, but it's a pain in the ass. We'll actually either grill sometimes or take down a air fryer. We did that this weekend. We'll cook brats and hot dogs on the dock on an air fryer because it's just.
Angel says, "What does Ted think about women and cakes?"
I mean, it's whatever floats your boat, I guess. I mean, it sounds like that guy went a little. The last paragraph there sounds like maybe he went a little further than just watching somebody pop out of a cake. So that's probably not great, but. What?
What? No, God.
What is?
You're worse than I am. How do you turn whatever floats your boat into something perverse?
I mean, anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Ted doesn't have to cook as much. This weekend, Mike Quick's gonna be doing a lot of the cooking, so I don't have to cook anything really.
We only need 24 more paper cranes. Paper crane.
Hopefully there'll be some Ted videos this weekend. We've got a pretty fun weekend at the lake this weekend. It's cousins weekend / adult weekend, so there's
We can't reveal any of the
no
debauchery.
can't talk about that. But our theme is kind of like Camp Wars, where it's like their house versus our house. So we've got some team outfits. There could be some pranks involved. There could be some pranking going on. There's gonna be competitions. It's gonna be some good content if somebody can remember to film it.
Ted bread.
Ted bread.
He says. Ted bread. Hey, we're 3-way on paper cranes.
Yeah. Ted should party down in Florida. Time I go to Florida, it's kind of boring. I'll be honest.
No, he says weekend a lot because weekend is his Ted and butter. Hey. All right, we got there on paper cranes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Bye, guys. Oh. Follow at Tony Spark _
He almost forgot. You almost forgot. That was shocking. It was a shocking development here. All right, we got the paper cranes, which means we've unlocked Spicy Story and Candy Thunder feedback, so we'll dive into that right quick here. Bailey Chapman in the #1 spot on this one. Christy Lynn, Haunted Gal, TLS Journey, Animal 792, Oregon Mama, Kelly Ann, Berlioz, Amaldine Shepherd, A.E. Bross Books. AEB, I'm not sure what I'm saying. AEB Ross Books or Bross Books. Shannon Aaron, Loco 170. I like how I spend so much time trying to figure out, and I should probably just like say it one way and move on. But I get hung up, then I question myself, and then I question myself for questioning myself. You know what I mean. Berlioz, Amaldine Shepherd, AE Bross Books, Shannon Aaron, Loco, T-Hef90, Jennifer Jago, Gina Till, Adventures with Pam, Jellies, Tony Spark, Sent _ Candy Thunder, Mama Sarah, The Desiree, Garza, Kathisi, NB the G, Cab Girl, Dylan Sprague, Elise Kutch, Skittles Mad. We've got Hope Peabody, Opal, Lady of Poison, Green 0624, and Suan 257. You guys are awesome. Sorry I'm weird, y'all. Sorry. Thank you for loving me even though I'm strange. Kidney Thunder's like, I got you, boo. I'll match your awkwardness with my own. Okay. Spicy story time. We are going to set up our next goal, though, and this one's going to unlock Kaden Thunder and a Best of Redditor update story. We got to figure out a way to marry these, like have a YouTube goal and a TikTok goal, so we can gamify the YouTube side also. Elise, giving Tony Friday off. I think like Summer Tony already like works more during the weekdays, so he can take off early on Friday and get down to the lake. Yeah, of course. Weekend is his bread and butter. Sticking with it. Kaden Thunder and Boru Story. There we go. We are going for 2K Sneaky Gnomes. Let me pin that real quick. It is pinned. All right, drink of water, and then we're on to our spicy story. How spicy is spicy story? Muy caliente? Hot. Spicy story time. All right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is a spicy story titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Punishing My Daughter for What She Said? Oh my. Let's start a poll for this one. Just based on title alone, where do you think, YouTube side, cast your vote and comments, please. Am I the astronaut for not punishing my daughter for what she said? Cassandra, yeah, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Sapphires, is Tony losing his voice? I'm not sure. Are you losing your voice, Tony? Oh. Sierra dropping the 53. Jennifer Jago, Nina C, Elise Savory, Mama Sarah, Jennifer Jago again there. Sierra dropping 55. Getting on the gnomes, Jennifer Jago, Leslie M. McCaskill. Thank you. Christian, Karen, see you there too. Nina C. Thanks so much. Sierra again there, dropping 24. Sherry, I am always wrong. Am I the astronaut for not punishing my daughter for what she said? Getting blended family vibes. I gotta go middle of the road because the whole situation is gonna dictate where this should go. No, don't give me the answer. You'll get muted, Candy Thunder. ESH, maybe. Yeah, absolutely, maybe, could be. Absolutely, maybe, could be. I'm going to stick with that. We had 53% of voters going NTA, and the majority of people on the YouTube side as well. Tony can get Friday off if I can have Candy and Baby Thunder Eve. Oy vey. All right, here we go. My husband and I are slightly more well off than my sister's family. Because of this, my parents do more for them than they do for us. When it comes to gifts, my daughter Maddie 7 gets things from the dollar store, while my nephews get whole Lego sets, iPads, and even Disney trips. If my sister needs babysitting, they will drop everything for her last minute. If I need it, I have to give them a 2 weeks heads up as well as proper payment. Because of this clear favoritism, my daughter doesn't have a good relationship with them. If you ask her about her grandparents, her mind automatically goes to my husband's parents because she forgets that she has 2 pairs. Earlier today, we had a rare meetup with my parents. My daughter asked if she could go on the trampoline outside. My dad said no, it's for my nephews. What? The trampoline is off limits because it's for the other kids. Oh, cool. My daughter begged, but dad still said no. Maddie then stomps away and says, this is why I like other grandma and grandpa more. My parents looked at me expectantly, but I didn't do anything. I recently got off a call with my mom saying that I should have told Maddie that was wrong to say. I asked her, what do you expect? She thinks y'all hate her and y'all do nothing to dispel those thoughts. She just got quiet for a bit and then said I still shouldn't let her say something like that to family and hung up. My husband is on my side, but he also isn't a fan of my family, so I need an outside opinion. Am I the astronaut? Edit. I'll read this before we chat. Edit. To make some of you feel better, we don't bring her around them often. She only sees them on holidays with the rest of our extended family. We were only visiting today to get something I was left in a will. As for babysitting, I have only asked twice in extreme emergencies, and they said no. I have talked to them about this, but they say it's not favoritism. She just needs less help because we are better off. Okay, we have an update. Before we get into that update, thoughts here. Yeah, it's definitely an NTA. The one thing at this point that bothers me though is that it doesn't sound like OP contested this issue until the daughter said what she said and her mom got upset. It's like, how is that the first time this is coming up? I would think as a parent, you would bring this up well before it ever got to that point and be like, hey, why are you guys such ass bags? But that didn't happen.
She said that she talked to them.
She talked to them after the fact.
No, she said I have talked to them before about it. Down below.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Your pointing isn't telling me. You're just pointing generally at the screen.
I just saw it from back there in the thing. She said I have talked to them about this before.
Okay, she said I have talked to them about this before. Okay. Oh, yeah. I have talked to them about this, but that was about the babysitting. If that's the babysitting specifically, and that's all that she's talked about, then yeah, there was a lot of room for creating more of a boundary here. But no, they got what they deserved. Mary, no, they get no time ever. Sounds like the other sister's the golden child, and they use OP's finances as an excuse to not. Yeah. Goober, she's likely been treated like that herself her whole life, and it isn't worth the effort. That's a good point. It could be that. It could be that this is too familiar for her, so her daughter's just getting it. But if your child's getting treated like that, I feel like it should embolden you more to take action, because you know the injustice there. You understand the injustice there. Yeah, they're punishing a child for the fact that her parents can afford to take care of her. Yeah, Danny, that's absolutely right. Absolutely. Okay. We've got an update here, and then we'll get Candy Thunder up here for some feedback. Can we get some feedback? Here's the update. I just got off the phone with my uncle. Apparently, Dad called him ranting about how disrespectful we are. Apparently, this all stems from my going to college. Dad said, since I had to be all hoity-toity and go to college, I shouldn't need his help, and I should be living the easy life. What fucking college did this guy go to? He also said I'm selfish for trying to telk? That ain't a word. He also said I'm selfish for trying to take help away from those who need it. Not sure what to think about all that. He's never brought up having a problem with that before. I'm going to discuss this with the rest of the family because with the holidays approaching, I don't want to cut everybody else out to avoid them. So I'm asking how they feel about all this. So now we have some more insight on Dad, and you know who we should get up here to talk about this? Let's do it. Let's get Candy Thunder up here to talk about this. Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Thunder once again. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. I'm gonna Janice that. Oh my God. Too much?
Maybe.
Too much? Okay, scooch forward there, center of the mat.
After you read that, I was like, man, is there another update? I feel like maybe we need to check.
I would hope so.
Also, I didn't know that going to college made you a hoity-toity.
Which either
I did not get that from my college degree.
Yeah,
Got a lot of debt and nothing I could apply to my job.
Did
packaged up in a nice bow.
I wonder if that means that Dad went to college and that's the way it was then. Like he went to college and then got job offers and then everything was easy. Or if he didn't go to college and his assumption about going to college is that she should be well off because she went.
That is a silly assumption because going to college does not automatically mean money. It depends on what you go to college for, I guess. But if you get a marketing degree, it does not mean money. I'll tell you that for free.
And that's why there's no money.
And I'm definitely not hoity-toity. That would be doesn't sound like fun at all.
Yeah, I think hoity-toity might be the old school term for bougie.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Well, I mean, I guess whatever. NTA, obviously, but I can't imagine. One, I can't ever imagine treating like our kids differently. Like, I mean, not differently, but I can't imagine like favoring one set of grandkids over the other in order to like make a point that I don't like the fact that you went to college. Like, what the fuck even is that?
Yeah.
that doesn't even make sense. Like my brain is like, that does not compute.
And then dad's kind of approach on everything feels like it is like I only have X amount of love to give. I only have X amount of resources to focus, and I've chosen to focus 98% of those on the person who I feel like needs it more, which as a parent just isn't true. Like your amount of love to give should grow as your family grows too. So
I do know someone, we both know someone whose family treats them like this. They, they worked hard, they got a job that pays them very well for what they do. And so their parents only give like love and attention to the grandkids of the child who is not doing as well. Like we've seen this happen. Yeah. And the person that it's happening to, like it bothers him and it makes him feel.
But he's powerless. Yeah.
Like there's nothing you can do. And I don't think any amount of feedback that OP gives to her parents and like says, this is what you're doing is going to change the outlook that they have on life because they see her. It's like they almost see her as like better than them. So therefore they have nothing to offer her. So they're just going to give it everything to, but that's not true because when it comes to grandkids, like it's not even about the gifts or whatever. Like in our family, like I feel like it's more about the time that they spend with them and the love that they give them. So I don't.
Well, I think at a certain point you understand that time is your most valuable and finite resource, and time equates to love much more than money does, right? So, or stuff. I mean, stuff is nice too, I'm sure, but it's time means more than anything. So I think once you start being able to or willing to give that to, it's an investment. Like it's an investment of time. Anytime you're dedicating time, it is an investment in that direction, and they're willing to do it only for one set here, which is wild.
And it to me, like, I think if your parent isn't giving you love, which it feels like they're not, like giving it to OP or OP's family, child included. Yeah. Like you always want that. Like you want to feel your parents' love. Like, and so I think going no contact and like giving up on that dream of like being loved by your parent is probably a lot harder than just saying like to go no contact. Damn. Because you know what I mean? Like it's like the same thing as the woman in the previous story, like having to give up the idea of having a baby. Like you're a big deal. You're grieving the loss of what you want your parents to be, and they can't live up to that. So you have to go no contact to like, and I feel like it should be easier for OP because she has a child. She's not just protecting herself. Right. She's protecting her child from feeling what she's feeling. But I think
you're right though. Shit. It's really easy for me to say their loss and move on. You know what I mean? It's easy for me to say that because like we've talked about before, we're very fortunate with our family compositions that we come from. Like our parents and our families aren't a mess. Like we came from stable homes and happy families and parents who we still communicate frequently with. So it's easy for me to say, yeah, it's their loss. Tell them to go fuck themselves and move on. But I don't understand that feeling of the yearning for something.
And neither, I don't either. So I do. And honestly, that didn't like hit me until we talked about the grieving the kid thing, and then it was already in my mind. Gotcha. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind for no contact is that I think it's much harder on the person going no contact as it is. It's harder for the person that goes no contact than it is for the people they're going no contact with. Damn, that was hard to say.
Yeah. And that comes back to the tree remembers what the axe forgets kind of statement, right? Mm-hmm. Because even though they're the ones breaking contact, they're breaking contact because of damage that's been inflicted. It's like the tree just saying no moss. Right. Yeah. I understand that I don't understand. I'll put it that way.
But also like I'm just gonna go for the dad for just a minute because like calling your child hoity-toity and saying that they're that way because they went to college and should be living an easy life is just like, fuck you, Dad. Like, for not seeing that she went to college and achieved something with her life. She went to college and now she's better than you, so therefore she doesn't need you.
This,
Like, you're
it sounds
missing
like
out.
something that Nick Miller's dad would have said. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You went to college. You got the easy life now,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. But
You don't
so,
need me.
I think in all of this, like that pisses me off the most. It's like, yeah, I see you went and achieved things, but screw you for achieving things and leaving us all back here. Go live your hoity-toity life with your hoity-toity daughter. And I don't know who came up with hoity-toity, but
If this was a situation where they were dedicating every resource they had just to help her survive, and it was like to prevent her from getting kicked out of her house, to prevent her from losing her car, like, I get it. But they're throwing Disney tickets at the kids and laptops and like
right.
extravagant things. This is not necessity. This is extravagance.
Yes.
I don't understand. Don't understand any of it.
The grandparents, OP's parents, all the way.
There we go. Kaden Thunder sending them all the way up to AskCon 1.
I like to send people on trips. I'm sorry. I don't know. I like to send people to
There
places.
are lots of trips to be had on the stream deck here. Lots of buttons to choose from there. Love you, Tater.
Bye. I have to go before it become more awkward.
We like to see it, though. We like to see it transform. Candy likes to trip people.
That happens naturally.
Herself, most of the time. Only person I know who can get injured standing still. Like, just out of the blue. Just boom. Down goes Candy. Down goes Candy. Kathy, go KC with the Sneaky Dome. Adrian, Emily Smith, Capgirl, Gina, Till, Dunces and Dummies, Haunted Gal, Ruth Jones, Haunted Gal dropping 56 of those Sneaky Gnomes. Shan loves to read the Effulgent One, Ruth Jones, Tia, Cammy, TLS, Leslie, Get Jazzy on it, Minimax. Thank y'all so much. Turner, you broke your thumb standing still. We had a one-on-one call with Beyond, Layla Sophia, who was the winner of one of the private calls we did a few weeks ago, and she was talking about how she took a step backward and messed up her leg, and she wasn't able to walk for 10 months. And I'm like, that is the most Candy Thunder thing I've heard. She would absolutely do that. Do nothing other than take a step backwards, end up not being able to walk for 10 months. Yeah. Holy cow. 14 hundo out of 2K on the Sneaky Gnomes right now, which, as a reminder, will unlock Kaden Thunder and a Best of Redditor update story. We have just finished our spicy story, so I am jumping back. Right now, we're just to numerical story number 2, because y'all have just been unlocking stuff. Sergeant Mac, you threw out your back putting on pants. That's it. Welcome to your 40s. Good. Katana Mom, yeah, agreed. It's a lot easier for us to say things from the outside, but all right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another Reddit story for you. This one from the AITA subreddit is titled, Am I the Astronaut for naming 4 of my kids' names inspired by all 4 grandparents, but not naming my 5th child for my stepmother? Okay. It's like, but there are 5 of us, you know. Paul has started a TikTok side. There it goes. Bobby Joe Cross now sent a gifted sub over to Nina C. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam, Nina. And Bobby Joe, thank you so much for that. Devin James, Legion Pirate King, thanks so much. Special K, thanks so much. Wait until you hit the 60s, Candy. I'm looking forward to it. Look at it. The 60 is the new 30, right? Is that the thing? Is that the thing? Am I the astronaut for naming 4 of my kids names inspired by all 4 grandparents, but not naming my 5th child for my stepmother? Eek. Eek. ESH is everyone sucks here. I'm going NTA on this one, y'all. I'm going NTA on this one, y'all. Must be reasons, right? Gotta be. Gotta be. Keyword grandparents. Yeah, grandparents and then stepmother. By all 4 grandparents. But grandparents could be her like her mom and dad, and then his mom and dad. That could be like the kids' grandparents. Hey, Animal with the here we go. Hell yeah. Thanks so much for that. 91% went NTA on here. That's a lot. Let's see. Lou Ackman, her mom and dad, and his mom and dad. That's what I'm thinking. All right, here we go. My husband and I have 5 children together. Our last baby was born 5 weeks ago. We chose to give our first 4 kids names inspired by their grandparents, our parents. Their names are not directly the same name as our parents, but inspired by the person. Summer for our oldest, for my mom, whose name meant summer and was a summer baby, which our daughter is also. Robin for our second, for my father-in-law. It's a play on his name, and robins are his favorite birds. Luca for our third, and my mother-in-law, who always loved that name but felt it was too similar to hers and didn't want to do that, and she loves the name for a girl. Phoenix is our 4th child, for my dad, and has a nickname in common with my dad's name, and my dad always found Phoenix is cool, LOL. For our youngest, we ended up with a name inspired by my grandma and my husband's grandma. Okay. They had the same first name, sort of. Both used the same name, but one had a longer, more formal name, while the other had it as their given name, which made it easier. My grandma was the woman I saw in a motherly capacity after my mom died when I was young, so honoring her was special to me, but we wanted to give our kids their own names, hence the way we chose to honor them. The choice for our youngest child's name was controversial with my stepmother. She and my dad met when I was 8, married when I was 12, and my mom died when I was 6. For context, she saw me as her daughter for a long time, but stopped seeing me that way mostly when she realized that I didn't return her affection in that way. Because while I like her enough, I don't regard her as my mother figure, and never even considered calling her mom. I never considered honoring her with one of my kids' names, but this has upset her given our youngest name. Also, the fact that she has 2 kids with my father, but both are disabled and won't be having their own children, so she doesn't get to experience it like my dad did. So it's a selfish request. She told me all of this as she expressed that she feels like I was disrespectful to her and her efforts to be a mother to me. Efforts I always rejected, but she feels that I should have shown love and appreciation for in the naming of my children when all other parents were honored. Am I the astronaut? There's entitled. And then there's this. Yeah, it is still an NTA. They weren't close. I mean, if they were and they had a great relationship, cool. But if she had chosen to honor her stepmother, wouldn't her grandma have a right to be pissed? I understand she's probably not around anymore, but couldn't somebody be offended on her behalf then? Like, not everyone can be included. Not everybody can be included. It just doesn't work that way. Also, you don't have a say in what I name my children. And if what you did in an attempt to be a bonus mom was give up because you weren't receiving anything from me, then you failed in the mission to become a bonus parent. You don't give up on them just because they don't return your affections. Like you were, no, it's OP is NTA here. In my book, I understand some people may feel differently, and that's good. It's good that we see different angles here, but I see H-Bear, I understand that she's hurt. I don't understand her hurt, if that makes sense. I understand she's butthurt about the optics. She's butthurt about missing out. She's butthurt about a blow to her ego. None of those things are connected to or influence the naming of my child, right? I understand that she's hurt. I don't empathize with her. I don't agree with her being butthurt about that. And also, she can feel whatever she wants to feel, but marching her ass over to you and being like, I am truly disappointed and hurt that you did not choose to name your 5th baby after me. All the other parents were honored. Why was I left out? The fact that that's what you did with those feelings is extremely entitled. Yes, indeedly do. Indeedly do. I don't have an entitled button. We should probably create an entitled graphic here. I don't even know if this went up. Yes, it did. There we go. We get the Delulu for you. And you know, I'm giving stepmom here an ask on one because I feel like feeling what she needed to feel about it is one thing. Using that to as evidence for her to be entitled to this is a completely other. Just love the kid. The rest is noise. There you go, Miss Sniper. I never called my mother's husband dad. Yeah, like, you know, Ava doesn't call me dad. I'm Dustin, and like I would never want her to feel like I'm trying to replace her dad, right? Like she has a dad already. I'm Dustin. And that's just who I am. She doesn't have to call you mom to be an important part of her fucking life. Like the title does not come with the benefits to the title. The title does not come with recognition. It's not like being elected to something. It's just a word. Animal dropping 102 of the Sneaky Gnomes, getting us to 1940 out of 2K. Holy cow. Cassie Girl Sterling, Lucero, Special K, Stephanie Forbes, Kristen Bickle. Stephanie Forbes again there. Special K again there. Just Mags, NJ 8007, Peg, Ashman, Animal, Jamie Nicole, get jazzy on it. Welcome and thank you for the gnomes. Thank you. Live goal achieved. The title is earned. There you go. The title is earned, but I think the title. I don't think the title is what you should be chasing. Let me put it that way. I think it's the relationship that you should chase. The title doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, right?
Navy calls you Dustin sometimes.
Yes, Navy does call me Dustin sometimes. She's a goober. All right, we have unlocked Kaden Thunder and a Best Redditor update story. TLS Journey led the board on this one. Animal 792, Bailey Chapman, Haunted Gal, Nina MC 26. Get jazzy on it. We've got Quine, or Quay in JD AAQJ, NJ 208,007. Tony Spark, Cap Girl, EMH 34, Gina Till. Opal, Lady of Poison, Kellyanne, Oregon Mama, I am Jill 21, T Hef 90, Savory, Jamie Nicole, Mama Sarah, Nakano Kirishima, Janice C, Amanda Starr, Yvette B01, Dylan Sprague, Candy Thunder, Deep Greens, Stephanie Forbes, Stephanie Forbes. I just read Forbes, Forbes. That's where I'm at. Elise Kutch, Melissa McCaskill, Cassandra Balsis, Jennifer Jago, Kelly Shot Pink, Kelly's Hot Pink, good gravy. Erica Eternal, RJ McHale, Chris Dial. We talked about this the other day, and I should remember how to say it. To BNVD, be y'all. You have to remind me. We've got Melancholy Katie, Shan Loves to Read, Suan 257, Beth Bars, Lacey Lex, Candy Heart, Mags Mazing, Hoon 2010, This Guy You Know, and Violet Green. Thank you all so much. Let me get the next one set up for us real quick. I feel like it's like on the tip of my tongue. It should be easy, right? To be envied.
Yep. I definitely should have been able to figure that one out. Definitely yes.
Okay, the next one we're going to set up is gonna unlock a confetti cannon, which has been a hot minute since we've fired off one of those. Let me get this going, and then we'll get Kaden Thunder up here. Boop. We are going for 2K High Bears. Let me pin this go right quick. Pinned. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kaden Thunder!
How's it going? Me, Kaden Thunder.
Did you just appear from a trap door?
I did. I dug a tunnel from my desk to this desk. and then I crawled out of it and jumped. Great entrance. Thank you. I practiced jumping when I was a kid. When I was 5 years old, I jumped, and then I decided that I was going to jump today too. Okay. How's everyone doing? I think he's recording. Yeah, he's recording. We checked that earlier. Yes. Dusty Thunder is recording. It's a little hot outside. It's not too bad though. I like the mini because it keeps my hair out of my face. Love Island is stressful. It's very stressful.
What'd you say was going to happen on Love Island?
I don't want to spoil it for people who are watching it, but Love Island is very, very stressful. Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it for people. Yeah, no spoilers for Love Island, but it's stressful. It's very stressful. How you guys doing today? You know, there's that movie in theaters called Long Legs. I really want to go see that. Has anybody seen that? Yeah, I'm Dusty Thunder's son. So, that's me. Hi. Belgium, hi, hello. Awesome that you're watching us. I'm Dusty Thunder's son. How was Long Legs? I want to see Trap too. Long Legs and Trap both look super good. Deadpool and Wolverine, obviously, I'm going to see, of course. You gotta, oh man, you're just now at the Casa Amor part. You gotta catch up on Love Island. The heir to the Thunder Throne. Yes, that's me. I'm 21 years old. I am Kaden Thunder. I am the eldest Thunder child. I am 21 years old. I'm a Libra. I like mac and cheese and grilled cheese and bacon and Canadian bacon and turkey bacon. It's really creepy and unsettling. Yeah, I like the creepy and unsettling movies. That's why I wanted to watch it. I do not like hot dogs. That is also true. I do not care for hot dogs. Nosferatu also looks super good. I found that I can manage a hot dog if I put like an unholy amount of mustard on it to the point where you can't taste any of the meat and just mustard. Then I can eat a hot dog. If it's like drenched in mustard to the point where I'm like swimming in it. You know? I haven't seen Martyrs.
I want to swim in mustard.
Beef hot dogs, it's just the idealisms of the hot dog that makes me not be able to eat it. It's like the fibers of the existence of the being of the hot dogs. I cannot stomach. I cannot handle them.
Unless it's in mustard.
Or a corn dog. I can eat a corn dog if it's because it's got that. It's like the hot dog is just like the naked corn dog, and I can't do it.
Hot dog is just a naked corn dog.
I don't like bratwurst because they like pop in your mouth.
It's the skin. Yeah, it's the sausage skin.
And I really don't like.
They pop.
Yes, I heard it. Just I don't like when they have like the cheese in them because I know that the cheese filled bratwurst are supposed to be like super good, and in theory they do sound good. But whenever I bite into it and it's like, all right, it doesn't taste good to me. Who are me? Me, I'm Kaden Thunder.
Who are me?
Yes. I'm Kaden Thunder. I'm 21 years old. I'm Dusty Thunder's oldest child. I don't always do grammar very right, but that's okay.
Oh god.
I'm Dusty Thunder's kid. Yes. I'm Kaden Thunder. I have this tattoo. Now I'm gonna leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kaden, middle name awkward, Thunder. Go ahead and bring the desk back up for me here. I'm the tall guy in the office here, so I gotta raise my desk higher than everybody else. Unintentionally hilarious. He and Candy Thunder both, like unintentionally the most awkward funny you were ever going to find. And I am so here for it. It's fantastic. We're at 342K on the High Bears right now, which will confetti cannon us, but we did just unlock a Best Redditor update story. So let's do that, shall we? Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is a Best of Redditor update story, so you know it's going to be good and have updates. It's a best of updates. We like both of those things. Title of this one is My 28 Female Best Friend 28 Female Kissed My Husband 27 Male, and it's destroying me. How do I proceed? All right, let's do the poll, but we're doing the poll. Cast your vote for the friend, the best friend who kissed the husband. Because right now we don't know what OP is considering for action. So, poll has started. TikTok side, YouTube side. Please comment in chat and let us know what your vote here is for the friend, the bestie who kissed the husband, and now it's destroying OP. Let's vote. I mean, it's got to be an AC one, right? It's got to be one. It's got to be, yeah, what's with all the friends going for husbands? I'm like, is this connected to the story that we read Sunday night? Somehow. Maybe she went for it. I don't know. Could be. Ellen, 80% of the likes go TikTok side. Hell yeah, rock and roll. You're at 483K. Rocking it. Rocking it. You don't kiss your friend's partner, right? Yeah. Now, if the friend had just jumped out of a cake and was dancing, that'd be one thing. But the moment they kissed, I kid. Just Mags, yeah, I went to the same place. Went back to the bachelor party story. Girl code. All right, 84% of voters went Athcon 1 here. 9% went Athcon 2. We'll see what happens here. All right. Originally posted June 28th, 2024. I, 28 female, have been with my husband, 27 male, for 6 years. Married for 4 years, and we have 2 kids. 3 female, almost 1 female. Everything in our relationship is perfect for us. He's the best husband and father to our kids that I could have asked for. I am absolutely in love with him, and his actions and words have always shown me that he feels the same way. There's no better feeling than going to sleep in his arms every night. Last weekend, my husband and I had some friends over, and we were having a barbecue. We were all outside in the backyard surrounding my husband, who was on the grill. As the food got closer to being ready to eat, we all started sitting at our backyard table. Once the food was all ready and at the table, my husband went inside to use the washroom and to get another case of beer. I didn't realize that my best friend, 28 female, had followed him. When he was coming back out, my best friend hid behind the wall separating our kitchen and living room and surprised him by pulling him in and forcing a kiss. Wait. Plot twist. She actually forced herself on him. This is different than the title I thought was going to lead us in. Oh my gosh. My husband immediately pushed her back and yelled, "What the fuck?" She immediately started crying and ran out of the house and left. Oh, she expected something different to happen, apparently. My husband came back into the backyard and asked to speak to me privately and immediately told me what had just happened. Time out. Good on hubby for, number 1, rejecting it. Number 2, immediately going and being like, "Babe, we gotta talk." I was shocked and told him that it would be okay and that we could talk after everyone else left. I managed to put on appearances for the next couple of hours, but I was mentally distraught. Distraught? I'd be visibly distraught. After everyone left, my husband sat me down and told me what happened and showed me the footage from our living room camera. It was exactly as my husband had described it. My best friend of 10 years, the person who I treated as my literal sister, forcibly kissed my husband. After the 3rd date with my husband, she was the one I told I was going to marry him. She knows how much I love him and how strong our relationship is, and still she chose to try and come in the middle of it. For fuck's sake, our 3-year-old calls her auntie. My best friend tried showing up the next day just to talk, and my husband had to hold me back from beating the shit out of her, and he kicked her out and told her not to come back. It's been almost a week now, and I'm nowhere close to moving on. I don't blame my husband one bit. He's completely innocent in this, and if anything, he's the victim. I've been lying down on my husband's chest and just crying every day and night. I'm so angry and frustrated and don't know what to do. My husband has been amazing, and like always, he just gets it and understands how I'm feeling. He brought me flowers almost every day and cooked my favorite meals multiple times in the last few days. I love and appreciate him all the more for it. I just don't know how I'm going to move on and trust any of my friends again after this. Before we dive into the updates, let's talk about this for a moment. yeah, it's good that he's doing what he's doing. He is he's stepping up and handling what needs to handle. Hopefully the update doesn't have some kind of crazy effing plot twist where he's actually putting on a front. Like, let's just have hope for humanity for just a second, and we'll see if we can hang on to it. Yeah, green flag hubby for now. Let's hope he sticks it out. You know what I mean. Jamie Nicole, Denise Burkhardt, Jennifer Jago, thanks for the love. Greatly appreciate it. Kim Gordon, Garla82, Louise, Gina, Candy Hearts, Dawn King, thank you. Dawn, D-A-W-N, King. City Mouse MIC with a superpower. Thank you for that. That's my go-to whenever I jump in on other people's chats. Police report, Amy. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for someone to bring that out because it is an essay, right? I mean, you have video evidence here too, and although it's your best friend, and you hate to do that, like I think the fact that it's your best friend is all the more reason to create a boundary that can be legally enforced, wouldn't it be? The assumption I have for motive here is jealousy, right? Like she knows how much he means to you. She knows how much you love him. That's why she's so jealous of it. She wants that. She wants what you have. I don't think it was may not even have been specifically about your husband. I'm sure she thinks he's amazing and, he's great to you. So that looks great. But it is the feeling that you have is what she's trying to capture. And she thought she was going to get it by just forcing herself on him. And then magically he'd just be like, oh, I love you instead. Let's go. Here, we'll just kick her out and we can have this house. Yeah, I don't know what she thought was going to happen, but yeah, please don't let there be a plot twist for once. Yeah, agreed. We're just like, yeah, I don't know. What is the end game here, Cassandra? Also beyond, yes, not her best friend. Or best friend had a breaking point, like something happened, something triggered this because they've been best friends for a long time, and this is where just shit went immediately sideways. Something triggered her all reason to be just checked out and for her to act like this. Something triggered it. Burnzo, yes. Scared to hear that he's having an affair. Just can't let it be a good husband. Let it be good. Let it be good. We'll see. Here's the update. July 1st, 2024. After reading a lot of the comments, I realized that it was possible that my husband was having an affair with my best friend, and he knew about the camera and acted accordingly to make sure I didn't suspect an affair. No. Please, no. Please say it ain't so. Her running out of the house crying, my husband showing me the footage before I asked, and his love bombing would all make sense if he was cheating with my best friend. I can't be with a cheater, and I had to make sure my husband was loyal to me. Should we start a timer now just to see how long it takes for this thing to fall apart? On a side note, I made sure that my husband was okay and well after being forcibly kissed, and he said he was fine, and he didn't feel assaulted, and it was just a kiss. He said that he was just worried about me because he knew how much this friendship meant to me. Over the weekend, I looked through my husband's phone and laptop while he was doing yard work. Both of us had full access to each other's phones, and I didn't find anything out of the ordinary in my husband's phone. I checked his messages, WhatsApp, social media, and deleted messages folder. There was nothing suspicious on his phone or laptop. The morning after my husband left to go to work, I arranged for our next-door neighbors, a friendly elderly couple, to watch the girls for a couple of hours, and I went to my best friend's place without telling her I was coming. She works afternoon shifts, and I knew she would be there in the morning. She let me in and seemed scared, and I demanded to know the truth. She said that she had always been really attracted to my husband, and she had tried making advances before, but my husband had always just shut her down. She admitted to being jealous of me and my perfect life with my husband. I should have seen the signs earlier. When our firstborn was learning to speak, my best friend would always try to get her to call her mama. That wasn't a red flag for you, lady? When she held our daughter for the first time, she accidentally sat in my husband's lap. Come on, lady. Accidentally. While holding your baby, I snorted. It was so funny, I freaking snorted because, like, while holding your baby, she's like, oh, I'm just going to have this too. She has been trying to replace me for years, and I never noticed until my husband kept rejecting her advances because he only wanted me. She said that she had drank more than she should have at the barbecue, and she decided to try her luck when she saw my husband was going inside alone. I forced her to show me her phone as well, and again, there was nothing implying an affair, and all the messages appeared to line up with my husband's phone, so I knew there was nothing deleted or manipulated. She apologized profusely and asked me not to end our friendship over this. I told her that she's nothing to me, and she could have been happy for me, and I treated her like a sister all these years just for her to try to steal my life. Now, I know for sure that my husband never cheated. The guilt for doubting him is eating me up. If I tell him that I snooped through his phone and laptop and met up with my ex-best friend to verify that he wasn't cheating, it is going to impact our marriage, and he'll be very disappointed in me for not trusting him, and if anything, he will lose trust in me. If I don't tell him, the guilt is going to continue eating me up. I never lied or kept secrets from him before, and I don't want to start now, but this is an impossible choice. He's only ever shown me how much he loves me and cherishes me, and he doesn't deserve to be treated like this. I will update more when I tell him the truth. Oh, shit. No, there's another update. We got an update after she tells him the truth. But, question for you, OP, before you do that, you kind of glazed over the whole... Bestie has made advances on hubby before. She's tried before, and hubby has always shut her down. Why is the first time you're hearing this from her? And now you're guilty for doubting him, but why? Why has this happened so many times before, and why is this the first time he's speaking up? I'm not doubting that he's a good husband. I'm not doubting that he's not innocent here, but you're feeling guilty for feeling what you're feeling. What was he feeling when he decided not to tell you? Because he probably feels some guilt for that too. You know what I mean? I think this can be a conversation, but he's not 1,000% innocent here. First time with proof? Maybe. Yeah, that's possible, Turner. That is a good thought. It is possible. He's like, finally, this bitch tried something on camera. Could be. But I would think as a good partner, if a friend makes a pass at you, you got to tell your partner and at least let them know that their friend isn't as loyal as they thought they were. Oh, Sergeant Max says, could be like us, Dusty, oblivious when we're being hit on, but apparently the advances that she made were strong enough for him to shut her the F down, according to her. So he shut her down. I would think it would be more obvious than the things that, you and I are mostly oblivious to. Hi, Tater. How you doing? What are you smiling at? What do I got? We got a booger again? Okay, here we go. Let's go with update 2. Shell says, my ex accepted the pass and ruined our 20 years. Fuck that guy. All right, update 2. I told my husband everything. That I looked through his phone and laptop, that I confronted my ex-best friend. I showed him both Reddit posts and told him that even a few comments that speculated he was having an affair made me paranoid, and I acted on it. I apologized to him for doubting him and thanked him for always being an amazing husband and always turning down her advances and for spoiling me. Again, this whole always. That kind of indicates that she knew about the previous ones, especially when I was down. Sorry. I'll reread that line because I butchered it. I apologized to him for doubting him and thanked him for always being an amazing husband and always turning down her advances and for spoiling me, especially when I was down. He said that he understands and he should have told me earlier about her trying her luck earlier. Agreed. I'm also starting therapy next week to figure out my paranoia and trust issues, process the end of my friendship, and in general, try to get into a better mental space so I can be better as an individual, wife, and mother. Relevant comments here. Well, I don't know why you suspect your husband in the first place. Just seek therapy. You need it. Best of luck for your life moving forward. Cut that shitty friend out. She is never your friend. Original OP. I am looking for therapist. She's no longer a friend. Okay. Happy ending, right? Except... OP, I feel like I hope this is just you telling yourself this, and this is not something that your husband is reinforcing or suggesting as well. But you seem to think that the doubt that you felt after this one incident is you struggling with like severe paranoia. And I don't think that's true. And hopefully nobody's gaslighting you into thinking you're crazy for doubting things. And that's why you're saying I need to go to therapy for my paranoia, because that's a natural response. Any human would experience that response. And again, what you do with it may be completely different, but any human's going to feel that. Any human's going to wonder. Any human's going to ask those questions of themselves. I don't think that is something wrong with you. You know what I mean? I do think going to therapy to process the end of this lifelong friendship with your bestie is a damn good idea. But I don't want you, I hope you don't feel like you're crazy, and I hope nobody has made you feel like you're crazy. That's my point. What sort of support did hubby get? Good question. We don't know. I mean, he seems to be minimizing everything, maybe for her benefit, but maybe for his own as well. And eventually he'll need to process this somehow, but it feels like for now he's minimized what he's gone through pretty hardcore. He's run some compression on it. Hey, y'all hit the likes goal. Look at that. Nice job, everybody, hitting the freaking likes goal. We're also at 819 of 2K on the High Bears, which is confetti time. What's up, coffee girl? Jenny says Candy and Dusty need to be my Jiminy Cricket in real life. Not me trying to figure out how we could actually turn that into some kind of app.
Like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah. I have some ideas. I have some ideas about how something like that might actually be possible. They're crazy, but they're ideas. Get Jazzy on it said, I'd buy that. Can I jump on that? It was a trampoline. I know it was a trampoline. It's the new version. It's not can I pet that dog? It's can I jump on that? Can I pet that dog? No. Oh. Okay then.
Take me home.
Couple to couple therapy, and man, I don't know. That would be wild.
I'm not qualified.
Yeah, we're not qualified. We're not qualified. Entertainment purposes only. Nothing, Ellen. Stop adding to my to-do list. I've got it's a hefty to-do list. All right, we got time for another story here. Let's rock and roll it. 5? You want 5? You want me to skip a 3 and 4 and do a 5? Yes, you see? Okay. Awesome. Pam, Ramona, Aaron, Eddie, Rachel Holmes, Carly Gatewood, Carly again there, Baby Rose, Siren Song, Natasha, Karen and Missy, the Yellow Lab, Laney, City Mouse NYC, Karen Stansberry, Lily, Sam, Ramona again there. Oh, City Mouse NYC dropping the coral. Heck yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one from the AITA subreddit goes like this. Am I the astronaut for leaving my girlfriend's birthday dinner because my best friend went into labor? Okay, let's pull this one out and see what we say here. Now at 102% of the likes goal. Nice work, TikTok side. All right, here's the poll. Started. And again. YouTube side, please comment your vote here. Am I the astronaut for leaving my girlfriend's birthday dinner because my best friend went into labor? It's another story about having a bestie who is of the opposite sex and the complications that brings. Ramona, thank you. Thank you. It must mean 5 is better. Yeah, I would think so. And if it's not good, you blame Tony Spark. Or Ted. I'm going to go into you here. But there are several things that could make this more of an assholey move situationally. Yeah, Rachel, same. Mags, plot twist, it's his baby. That would change things. That would definitely change things. Sergeant Mac, yes. How dare that baby not respect other schedules? Damn you, didn't you check the book? All right, here we go. 29% went NTA, but it is pretty spread out across the board here. We seem to have lost some of our faith in humanity here, chat. What has happened? All right, here we go. I, 25 male, have been friends with Eva, 24 female, since I was 8 and she was 7. 2 years ago, I started dating Kara, 25 female. We have had a pretty good relationship besides her obvious disdain for my best friend for simply being a girl. Eva got married to John, 25 male, in 2022, but recently he passed in a car accident involving a drunk driver, leaving her pregnant and widowed. What the fuck? This information was presented in such a so don't be so casual about this, OP. Holy shit. Like, oh yeah, recently she got herself into like the most terrible position that you could possibly imagine. Anyway, let's get to the part where I might be the asshole. Last Saturday was my girlfriend's birthday, and the day was going by pretty smoothly, and then Eva called me. At first I ignored it, but then they kept coming in, so I excused myself to answer it, and it was Eva asking me to meet her at the hospital, and I left without telling anyone. After she gave birth, I sent my girlfriend a long paragraph telling her what happened and why I left so suddenly, but she didn't respond, so I didn't text her anymore. On Sunday, I went home to shower and to get some food before going back to the hospital. Kara picked a fight while I was getting dressed about how I picked Eva over her on her special day, and I said that we could always celebrate a different day, but right now Eva needed me more than her at the moment, as she had no one else to take care of her. Now I'm sitting in the hospital getting spam messages from her and her family calling me all kinds of nasty and distasteful things, going as far to say that I cheated on Kara with Eva. Am I the astronaut? Edit, not an update, just a few details I left out. Eva wasn't supposed to go into labor until the middle of August, which is part of the reason I left in such a hurry and didn't bother to tell anybody. Kara drove on her own because she bought herself a new car for her birthday and wanted to show off, and I'm a big man, so there's no way I'm getting into her car anytime soon. All right, before getting into the update, let's talk about this for a moment. Dude, it's okay. What loving couple? What couple, period? I don't care if you hate each other. What couple is in this position where one of them has a friend who just went into labor? What couple leaves without telling the other person? Okay. Candy Thunder's point here is someone who knows that she's going to cause a scene if he tells her.
I'm not saying it's right.
No, I can see that motive. I can see that motive. But still, I think when you choose not to fulfill what really is an obligation to let your partner know that you're leaving, especially when it's their birthday party, I feel like you have an obligation. And once that obligation was shirked, I think he made the choice to become an asshole. It's probably an ESH because her feelings about the friend in general obviously aren't good. There's also the question of why does Kara have no one else, or not Kara? Why does Eva have no one else? There isn't always time to say I'm headed to the ER because Mary, I get that, but if it was you and your spouse, you would, right? Like I can't imagine just running out and leaving Candy Thunder. Sure. I mean, his allegiance is to his friend before it is to Eva. We know that. Or Kara. Yes, Kara. We know that. And it's just, he did choose her. I mean, he did choose his friend over her. And he's made it pretty clear to this point where his priorities are. It's with his friend over her. So. Yeah, I mean, I understand not having a support network, but to have no one else but this one friend. And if that were the case, he probably would have been a lot more involved with the whole pregnancy, with appointments and classes and that kind of thing. I don't know. There's something else there too. If one person hates the other's bestie, it's a huge red flag. They should have broken up before. Amy. Yeah, agreed with that. Yeah, there should have been some discussions before, and it either had to get to a point where it's, hey, look, either you accept this friendship or you don't accept me. And maybe this is it getting to that point. Maybe he was forcing her hand or forcing that conversation by doing what he did. It's plausible. All right, let's dive into the update then, shall we? Something is fishy. Yeah, Jim. Updates. Kara and I broke up. No one saw this coming. Plot twists. In the plot twist of the century, they've broken up. Toot. Right back at you. It was an extremely mutual decision and truly best for both parties. I was kind enough to let her stay in our shared apartment until she finds somewhere else to live for the time being. I'm staying with my mom, but we'll probably move in with Eva for a bit. I scrolled down thinking, is there another update? Is there another update? Nope, there's not. There's no more update there. Yeah, moving in with Eva for a bit. Also, the wording is a little bit funny there. I was kind enough to let her stay in our shared apartment. Okay. And to move in with Eva, I understand wanting to support your bestie. Optics aren't great. I mean, it doesn't matter. You've broken up with Kara, so it doesn't matter what she or anybody else thinks at this point. So you do you and focus on helping out your friend who obviously needs it. We may not have the whole story here. We rarely do. But if this is all legit, cool. He wanted to be with Eva all along. Yeah. It's possible. Chrissy, I think we can all see what the final update would be. It could be. It could be. Sergeant Mac, way to keep up appearances, my guy. There you go.
All right.
Oh.
There's not an update, but there's a comment from OP, which probably gives a little more context as to why his girlfriend was very upset about this. No, Eva and I haven't had sex in about 9 years. I may be a lot of things, but a cheater isn't one of them. So there's your context of all of this, like behind all that.
So, new question, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat jury. Exhibit A. 9 years ago, they slept together. Now they're besties. She's having a baby. It's not his, supposedly. Her husband has passed. Is this a danger zone? Question number 1 for you, ladies and gentlemen of the chat jury. Can you be besties with someone that you slept with?
So he also has a couple other comments in here basically saying that he would never date Eva. So that wasn't.
I would never date her.
I don't want to date her. I just want to help. And then he says something about she doesn't like to admit when she needs help, and it's my job to know and be there when she needs it. Eva is an incredibly sweet girl that refuses to inconvenience anyone. She doesn't have to. He also says that he is basically protecting her and filling the spot of her husband like he intends to or something.
Wow. So I'd say it's probably like a 75-25 split in chat with people saying, yes, you can be besties with someone that you've slept with. Yeah, David and Stevie. That's a good example, but oh, okay. David and Stevie is a great example. Yes, but you have to respect your partner. I would assume you'd have to respect your partner enough to tell them and to be okay with them not being okay with it. I don't know. You know, yeah, you could be friends. Can you be besties? Friends, yeah. I understand that. Like besties, BFFs, your person, like the person. And man, I don't know. It seems like that would be very, very tricky. And also, like in OP's case here, I think if you decide that you're going to do that, you also have to be okay with some relationships quickly falling apart because your partner can't handle that. And that's a huge risk associated with this. But if it's that important to you, then you do you. And he accepted that risk, and he seems to be okay with this relationship not working out.
I got some more juicy comments here. Oh. He says she's always talking about Kara, right? That's it.
Kara.
she's always been quite insecure, and it's gotten worse with the fact that I don't accommodate every little thing that might make her insecure. Like, honestly, I don't care that you're threatened by how good Eva looks in her swimsuit. I don't care that she feels threatened that we have more in common. I don't care that she doesn't like Eva that I've hooked up before, and I don't care.
So it's recurring. The common denominator here is I don't care. So yeah, I think, yeah. And again, like we led up to that moment, he accepted this risk whenever he had this strong of a BFF relationship with her. It could be more than that. It absolutely could be, but it might just be BFFs too. And he's accepted the risk of it ruining relationships and being okay with it. You're inviting a lot of relationship trouble, or just accepting a life with fewer. There's a larger degree of difficulty involved with relationships, and I would say, yeah. How did they make it a year? Yeah, and even I would say even. So the question, am I the astronaut for leaving my girlfriend's birthday dinner because my best friend went into labor? I think he definitely should have done this different. I'm 3 on it. Should have done it different. Now the whole situation and how he decided he didn't care. I think if you are in a position where you've decided to be besties with someone that you've had a relationship, even if it's just physical before with, I think there's an obligation to let the person that you're in a relationship with know up front, probably pretty early on, and make sure that they accept that up front before, like, do not pass go, do not collect $200. We need to have this conversation first, because if you're not okay with this, we need to know that now rather than 6 months, a year, 6 years down the road, when it's going to hurt a lot more when you react to that. So accept this now or don't, but this is a fork in the road. But if you don't communicate that and you take the come what may route and let it roll and then let them find out much later on, I think you're inviting a hell of a lot of trouble and a hell of a lot of pain for not just you, but other people. Sergeant Mac, his I don't care could be made simply because he's sitting at post breakup. Entirely possible. Entirely possible. But his actions before kind of put it pre-breakup too. Kaden Thunder says he painted Kara as an asshole, but he's actually a huge asshole. That makes him a 1 or 2 in my book. That's true. He did make the post and paint her to be an insecure asshole when we don't know if they ever had this conversation up front. If they did, and if she accepted the risk, it's much more accurate than not. If they didn't have the conversation and he let this ride and then she found out, like, just now, if just now this conversation is being had for the first time, then yeah, he's a much bigger asshole than he's claiming to be here.
And I think writing that story and leaving out that you slept with the person.
Okay. Kaden Thunder says, I think writing the story and leaving out that you slept with the person that you're defending is all you need to know. And you're probably right. You're probably right. You're probably right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hey, we've got this name I'm going to try to get right, because Gelaticia X, I'm sure I didn't get it right, but I tried. Heidi made it. Rachel Holmes, Ms. Helene, Steph, Lauren Cartwright, Michelle, Steph again there, Pink, Lauren Cartwright again there, Get Jazzy on it, Candy Hart, Sterling, Steer Lying Lucero, Candy Thunder, Aurora 5129, Gen Design Stores. We're ranked number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Right at the end of stream here, we are ranked number 4. Fantastic. Look at us. Heck yeah, we had a hell of a time. Thank you for joining us. YouTube side. She just sat at that table waiting for him to come back for who knows how long. Whoa. Kara's better off. She just, at her birthday party. Yeah, and had no idea. Until the next day. Like, he just poof disappeared. I'm guessing he's disappeared often. Otherwise, she wouldn't be as feels as strongly about it as she does now. But who knows? I don't know. It's a shitty thing to do your partner if you don't have that conversation up front. And if they did have that conversation up front, I would expect him to bring that up and be like, now you agreed to this. You said this was the decision you made, but that conversation was never had in his story either, which means they probably didn't talk about it. Yes, hey, Small Town Angel, Risa, Beyond, Smoots. Good to see you, buddy. Danny, Brittany, Crystal. Thanks for hanging out with us on the YouTube side. We do plan on doing this again moving forward, including YouTube on the Wednesday streams. And I'm just gonna drop a little nugget here. That sounds wrong. You know what I mean? I'm gonna. We might, in the month of August, experiment with some surprise streams that are at random days and times. We might. Just saying, we might. We might also have a channelversary coming up in August, a 2-year channelversary. Is it 2 years? No fucking way. It has not been 2 years. Has it been 2 years? Our channel is turning 2. Yeah. Is it the terrible 2s or is it like terrible 3s? We're entering our channel toddler mode. We get to be rambunctious and make all kinds of messes. And have a lot of sass. We'll see. We'll see. Well, yeah, we are old. I know. Our channel 2. Holy cow. We will. Crystal said, did you say a 12-hour live for the 2-year? No.
No. Resounding no.
24-hour live wasn't that bad.
maybe if I get to 5,000 followers before the 2-year channelversary, then maybe. Just kidding. For real, you should go follow at @TonySpark_, or I'll delete the channel before the 2-year channelversary.
You see what I have to deal with on the daily.
That was at @TonySpark_.
You see what I have to deal with on the daily? Holy cow. How about 6 hours? We'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. But we have, Candy Thunder and I have been having conversations about some random surprise lives, and I think we're gonna experiment a little bit and see what happens. But also, channelversary has to be a thing. Like, that's a for sure thing. We just don't know what it's gonna be yet. It's not gonna be the Krusties. We're not doing that again. We're not doing the Krusties.
We called them something else. What did we call them?
The Thundies.
The Thundies.
The Thundies.
Thundies.
The new award show might be the Thundies. Amanda says, I talk on the radio for 12 hours. It's easy. It's different being on camera for 12 hours straight. I mean, you have some little breaks in there, but it's not easy.
We've all seen what it was like when I was on here. 5 minutes.
It's not easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us today. Always a great time. YouTube side, I'm glad that you jumped in with us today, and we do plan to include you on the Wednesday streams moving forward. So, heck yes. Had a great time today. VIPs on the TikTok side, we will see you in about 15 to 20 for the VIP stream. See you soon. Imogen, do it in shifts. Yeah. We've talked about that. Karen, you have surgery coming up. You need your thunder fixes. We got you. We got you, boo. We got you. All right, we will see you next time. Fellow followers and members, what are we going to do for the team for their anniversary? Okay, I wasn't supposed to see that. It's a surprise. Hey, Howarth, Mama Sarah, Candy Robinson, Captain Morgan, Adventures with Pam, TLJ, Pamela Riversong, Stella, NB Chaos Gremlin. The Gremlins are comfortable here, for sure. We've got Cuz there too. Twisted Polar, Very Sleepy Artist, Pamela Riversong, Katie Robinson. Thanks so much. 24-hour stream when we hit a milli. That's more likely. All right, we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. Road trip. There you go. Cake.